Welcome to the top of the morning show. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Today, I am coming to you on a personal note. This isn't a topic that I solicited from our viewers or our listeners. This is simply something that's been playing around in my mind for quite some time, but yesterday, it really allowed me to sit back because I had no choice. Sunday, had a full day, had a wonderful rehearsal for an amazing, powerful event that's getting ready to take place this coming Saturday. And if you know anything about when you're on an assignment, all kind of attacks will manifest itself to shake you, to get you off your square, to have your mind wander in other places and not focus on the assignment at hand. So a lot of times we're on go gadget mode and we don't rest our bodies. And then it makes you think, like, do I really know when to rest my body? Like, you'll say things like, oh, I know when I'm tired, I'm going to sit down. But do we? I'm guilty of it. I will go. Like this coming weekend, I know I overextended myself because I always want to support people. I always want to show up for people because I know what it's like not to have anybody show up for you. Well, for myself. And so I'm conscious that sometimes it's just that one person that needs to show up that can make a gloomy day turn sunny. Not saying that I'm always that one, but because I do a lot and I'm always on the go, if I can give a few minutes, an hour or whatever, then it's great. And then the energy is reciprocated, right? But Sunday, against my better judgment, you know that saying, when you get an inkling that something ain't right, you should follow it. You know, we had some Chinese food, and when I looked at it, it was just like, And I remember making a joke. I said, this chicken is light-skinned, right? Making a joke. And so I was just like, So I didn't get a lot of it, but I got enough that I felt like, I'll be full, you know. And less than an hour, I felt funny in my stomach. I wasn't feeling well. And so it was just like, I started feeling hot. And I started feeling crampish. And I said, oh my God, this food wasn't good. It wasn't good. I don't know if the chicken wasn't cooked all the way. I don't know. But something definitely was off. And I should have took heed to the warning that I knew in my spirit, but I didn't, because if you know me, you know I'm greedy. Fast forward, I woke up yesterday morning and I wasn't feeling well, but I had things to do at work, and I'm like, you know what, this is not a day that I can call and say, hey, I'm not feeling well, you know, even though I could have, but because I'm dedicated and I'm loyal and I got things to do, I like to get the job done. So I went on in, and God gave grace, because we ended up leaving early anyway because it was very, very hot. And then I was advised to get something to help my stomach feel better, to clear out whatever it is that was not well. Picked it up, took it immediately when I got home. When I tell you, within an hour, my body started to say, yeah, we need to get rid of whatever this is that's not good for us. And it was like throughout the day, throughout the night. I'm not 100% better, but I am close this morning. Still need to rest though, which brings me to the topic. When do we rest our body? And I laid in bed and I was thinking like, well, when we know we're tired, but often we know we're tired. And if you're a parent or you're a spouse or you have a significant other or you're the overseer of your family or whatever that looks like, when you take on a lot, sometimes you can't afford to really rest until everybody else is rested, if that makes any sense. But as I was doing a little bit of research, just trying to see what that looks like when I was laying on my back, just saying, Lord, please help me, I realized and discovered that a person should take rest every 7 to 10 days. Or as needed, to help the body and mind recover. Think about it. Our mind goes through so much on a daily basis. Our body goes through so much on a daily basis. A rest day can be an active day that incorporates sorry about that. You know how technology can be. But the mind, it needs to rest, right? And we take, gentle exercises. You could be simple as walking, yoga. I'm looking at joining water aerobic classes, right? I love water. I'm not the strongest swimmer, but I love water. I just love being around it and definitely love to be in it. And so I'm like, yeah, that's good for my joints. Because if you know me or you know about what they say, and I always say they say, because I don't claim it. I respect it though, that they say that I have lupus. And so the body knows, right? And so a lot of people say, well, you don't look like it. You don't act like it. And I get frustrated. And I used to get really upset because I'm like, how are you going to tell me when I've been to a rheumatoid doctor, a specialist, and I've did the blood work, and how does one tell somebody else? And I just came to a point in my life that I said, I may not resemble what you're used to. My story may not be your story, like your story may not be my story. Our stories could be mimicking, but yet they're not the same. So I no longer get frustrated, and I don't really tell people because I also don't need no empathy and sympathy. God charged me to develop this for whatever the reason is. According to medical people, they don't know what sparks it, how, blah, 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 right? But we always know there's always more than they share with us. Pharmaceutical companies are not rich because they're finding natural ways to heal the body. But what I come into understanding as I was laying down on my back yesterday, that I need to regroup. I was having a great conversation with a sister from another Mr. and Mother, Christina, and we were talking a couple days ago, and I was thinking like, I want change. And I talk about it with my husband. He's always on me like, what do you need to do? What do you want to do? I'm here to support you. I'll do this journey with you. Take care of yourself, babe. And I'm like, yeah, I will. I don't have time. But when I think about how I just told you earlier that I overextended myself this weekend, I can do it for everybody else, but I have a hard time showing up for me. And I know that I need a day of rest. I got to figure out of the 7 days a week, what is the day of rest for TT? Where I'm not doing anything for anybody, but anything I want to do for me. Oh, technology is not on my side this morning, y'all. But anyway, as I was saying, finding that day of rest for myself. What does that look like? Rest days. Why are they important? The benefits of taking them, because they are. And it's crazy because we go. Then we end up getting injured. We end up hurting ourselves. And then our body can't restore itself. Right? And then you might ask your question like, how do you really know when the body really needs to take rest? Versus, I'm just going to rest for a minute. I'm going to sit down and take a breather and get right back to it. If you've hit a plateau and you haven't made any improvements, if your endurance is like tapping out, if you feel like your strength level has decreased, if you feel like you're no longer flexible, I think your body needs rest. And I'm saying these things because it's what I know. It's what I'm going through. Right? And it's tough because we look at things like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. As soon as I get a minute. Well, when is your minute? Right? It's like you wait until they tell you, oh, you need to see a specialist, or you need to, no, when you're tired, you need to rest. When you're moody, you need to rest. Definitely when you feel sick, you need to rest. When your body feels like, oh, it's sore, like mine feels, you need to rest. Right? If you realize like, oh, I need this me time, you're saying it, and people could say, oh yeah, I get it, I respect that. And you mad because people don't really see it, and they're not really making you do it. You got to do it for yourself. Like, it's not my husband's responsibility to make sure that I get a day of rest. But what he does do, and he offers quite often, is to help make my days easier, my loads lighter. Constantly asking, what can I do to make things easier? Because you got a lot on your plate. And because I am who I am, and I look at my husband, I'm like, I don't want to put more on his plate because he has his own plate. But I'm like, you know what, Lord God, let me learn to just be easy and gather myself and rest my body. Get more sleep. I have a horrible sleep pattern. Horrible. And when I tell you horrible, oh my God, horrible. See, quality of sleep is critical so we can feel our best self. Have you ever had a few hours of sleep and you like, oh my God, I feel like I've been sleeping for days. I feel well rested, right? And that means your whole body was able to rest. Outside of your norm, cat naps here. Sleep deprivation can be the death of us. I love sleeping with the fan, right? Or if I'm at a hotel or something, I gotta have the sound, right? Air conditioner or whatever. And I like being chilly. Not freezing, but I like to be chilly and I like to be under my blankets. It's been something I've done ever since I was a child. What's so crazy is my siblings, we all do it. Our children do it. All of our children do it as well. It's crazy. But our mother, she's the opposite. She like heat. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know where we got this from. But we just do it. So it's like, okay. So I just had to stop by this morning and just say, listen to your body. When your body is saying it needs to rest, rest it. Don't worry about what ain't finished getting done. Don't worry about that errand that you could put off to tomorrow. God is going to provide what you need, when you need it, how you need it. You have to be obedient. He's not going to come up out of heaven and say, okay, that's enough. Come on, daughter. Come on, son. Let me sit you down. No. Because we're going. You'll run yourself raggedy. You'll run yourself to the grave before you even need to go. Because the body is tired. It's worn out. It's defeated. It's not getting anything back. It's giving so much. Life is not going anywhere. In regards to, if I don't get this done, then life gonna just simply stop. That's not true. If I don't do this for him or her, they're gonna be mad. Okay. Then let's see. Worry about him or her, and sometimes they don't even care about what you gotta do. Their agenda's more important. Stop chasing people and things. Look at yourself and say, I'm worthy. I need this. People gonna go on with their agenda. They're not gonna let you stop their agenda. So don't let them stop you from taking care of you. And don't you be a person to stop others from taking care of them. Well, that's all I have for you on this Tuesday morning. I hope that you have a great day ahead of you. I'm looking forward to feeling much better, much better. I'm hoping to have, a great tap-in Tuesday. Hopefully all is going to be well. We'll see how the day goes. But in the midst of trouble, seek him, and he'll give you the desires of your heart and the answers you seek. I'll see you soon.